At the top right position is the blue Terran. We do have Sawyer. At the top left is the teal Terran. We have Sean Man, aka SPX. We're doing a TvT to start the day. I actually didn't realize this was the case. I thought Sawyer was not a Terran player, but clearly I have no idea what is happening in life, let alone in StarCraft. I think this is actually this is actually the round of 32. Wow, just by sheer chance, by sheer coincidence, I was not incorrect in this circumstance, because both these players got a bye in the first round, so that's fantastic. Alright guys, so TvT on Fighting Spirit probably means I have a little bit of time to just talk about whatever, which is great considering the shenanigans that I was dealing with just now. Man, that is really unfortunate. I definitely tested this literally minutes ago and everything was fine. So I have no idea what happened. This webcam OBS setup is kind of dodgy. Like I have to constantly re-add it to OBS for some reason. I don't know if this is like a known OBS issue or if this is just like my webcam sucks or I'm not using the right drivers or maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know. They're all definitely possible. Yes, so once again, you know, normally I don't have any delay on my stream. I prefer to kind of interact with the chat live. But since this is such a huge event, a $16,000 event, I thought it would be best to avoid any potential, you know, dodginess, you know, stream cheating. So I do have a 3-minute delay. And that means any comments, any concerns, any criticisms in the chat will not be noticed by me until 3 minutes in. For example, Mr. Hat Magerlove, I appreciate the comment, but I'm responding to it very late. Foxan, I've tried unplugging and replugging my camera twice now, and I keep doing that. So I don't know what's going on. It's like not even a bad camera. It's like a pretty decent Logitech webcam. I think I actually bought it for TLS. But anyway, hopefully it's not that annoying. I mean, preferably we will be in-game for the vast majority of the time. Like 95% of the stream time will be spent in-game, so you don't have to see the webcam anyway. So that will be ideal. Anyway, we got a scout here for Sawyer in the base of SPX. SPX's scout appears to be going cross map. By the way, this is interesting. There was a couple of interesting matches in the beginning because it seems that a lot of old school players are coming back in the tournament, or not in the tournament, but just in the scene. So Sawyer, quite an old school player. I think he played in TSL 2, or he was around in those days. Other big names in the bracket are Yeba, Ultraling, Raven, I think is an old name. I wasn't 100% sure if that was like an old Gosu player, but Liquid Drone apparently recognized Raven and is playing Raven in the first round. So I think that is actually like a known player. So that's pretty awesome. By the way, you guys can type !bracket in the stream if you do want to see the brackets. Looks like SPX. Oh my god, he actually gets into the base because the Marine runs down. I mean, he already saw the command center, so there's not actually that much more to see in the base, to be honest. But you know, that could have been important. Now, on the other hand, we do have a fast starport build from Mr. Chonman, aka SPX. And I guess it's gonna be like a vulture drop or something. He's not actually researching anything though. I don't know. I mean, like mines and stuff finish quite fast. Could just be for a wraith though. Yeah, he's just gonna get wraith. He could just be going for wraiths, not necessarily a fast drop. I always assume every Terran's going fast drops now because like I keep watching Kix's stream and he just goes fast drop in like every single matchup. But it's actually gonna be a wraith. So we're gonna have to see. It's only gonna be one port wraith though, so and you can see there's an armory already on the way, so I can't imagine that this is gonna do too much damage. And it looks like we're gonna have a little early aggression here from SPX, from Chonman against National. Oh, also by the way, guys, I am using a different delay system from last weekend. So you might remember last weekend for the qualifier. I actually my Twitch delay wasn't working, so I used the delay system in OBS, in OBS. But this time I've actually managed to use the Twitch delay system, which means I won't have to like fiddle with it that much. Uh-oh, hold on, thought we got an attack coming in here. He's making a bunker, but he's gonna lose all his Marines. If he loses all the Marines, there's no point in having a bunker here, and only the tank remaining. Presumably he is rallying Marines forward, but there are mines completed for Sawyer. He's gonna not trigger the mine though. Oh my god, he kills his own SCV. Big mistake by SBX to actually walk into that mine. I'm very surprised because he saw that mine being planted. So I don't know what happened there, but that is horrible for him. However, the Wraith has 3 kills. Presumably those are 3 SCV kills. Now I'm going to kill a Marine. A second Wraith is here. This must be Goliaths being produced now from the factory. The 3rd factory now on the way as well. But the ground attack has been completely obliterated. That was definitely a bit of a mistake from SBX there. Oh, is he going to get 1 Wraith? He does get 1 Wraith. He took the damaged one, the one that was fighting the Marine. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna stabilize a bit now. What I was gonna say is, since I'm using the Twitch delay system, hopefully I won't have to, you know, like, I won't accidentally cut myself off or anything like that, like I did last week. Also, I hope the ads aren't gonna, like, I'm not 100% sure how the ad timing works. So, you know, if ads play before a game finishes, please do yell at me in the chat, so that I can figure out what the ad timing is supposed to be. I mean, I'm gonna try not to play too many ads, but, you know, just in case. I don't want people to like, miss the ends of games. So I think last week, one of the early games, Kix was yelling at me because he missed it. Hey, you got a subscription from Mr. Hat Magerlove. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it a lot. And I hope you stick around for the next 3 minutes in order to hear this comment. Alright, looks like the barracks from Sawyer was actually taken down, or at least it was about to be taken down, so he just immediately rebuilding that so he can get those barracks up. Sawyer with a pretty nice supply lead right now. SBX's command center is up, but I'm not convinced that his Wraiths and his early aggression really did anything useful here for him, so he's now going to be facing a pretty big counterattack. Now I think this is a best of 3, so you know it's not all going to be over on this one game. But Sawyer definitely in a great position right now. He's definitely in a great position. Now SBX having the faster starport though is going to be able to do some drops perhaps. So presumably this is not another Wraith. He is going to be going for dropships now. Yeah, there we go. There's a dropship. The question is, how much damage can he do? Because the thing is, so obviously Sawyer would love to get like a big contain outside of SPX's base and just get map control, but if he commits too many units to the outside of SPX's base, then the problem is he will be very vulnerable to a counter drop in his own base. See, there's one Goliath still here. Is there anything in the main base? There's nothing in the main base. So a drop, for example, could just come up here, drop vultures up here on the high ground, and completely bypass the Goliath. That's what I'm trying to say. I like this. Sieging 1 to dissuade Sawyer from actually fighting into him, and using the other 2 to just clear some mines here. He's gonna be careful though, there are lots of mines. But Sawyer, meanwhile, taking advantage of his stronger ground army to immediately take this 3rd base. I think expanding quickly in TvT after you get past kind of the early game definitely makes a lot of sense, because TvT, one of those matchups that is primarily gas dependent for both players. You know, the tanks, the dropships, Wraiths, Goliaths, all pretty gas heavy units. Vultures are, they're okay for laying mines and get a bit of map control in the early mid game, but they really don't scale well, so really late game TvT, you don't really want to have too many vultures. Interestingly, SBX taking the close 3rd here. Gonna have to cancel this. Nice, you know, aggressive movements by Sawyer, and that's actually also gonna let him see the dropships going into his base. Where are they going? Are there any? Is there any air here? Wait, what? I guess he just assumes that Sawyer's army would be in position. That mine though. Oh, this mine though. This mine. Oh man. SPX getting completely shut down. He could have actually just gone for the draw, but he kind of got cold feet there. He kind of panicked a little bit and just peaced out, thinking that Sawyer would be in position. Oh man, this drop is doing absolutely nothing. I guess he should just fly down to the 3 o'clock right now. Alright, well, it looks like he's not gonna do that. He's just gonna fly away home. Maybe he doesn't actually know about the 3 o'clock at this point. I'm saying he's gonna clear out the rest of the mines, rebuilding. Oh no, it's a barracks. All right, so is he building? No, he's building additional factories. He's got more dropships coming out. It appears he's abandoned the third command center idea entirely, which is not good. He's falling further and further behind. And look at this, Sawyer making the switch into 2-port Wraith here. He is going to potentially catch so many dropships of SPX. Does SPX even have any glides? He doesn't have an armory. Oh my, SPX doesn't even have an armory. So there is no anti-air in these drops. Oh man, well, he could though do a lot of damage here at the third base. Here he goes. 4 dropships full of units. He could at least kill all the SCVs. That would be a nice little win for him. Is he gonna drop everything here? These two are not dropping. For some reason, out of 4 dropships, he only dropped 2 tanks. What the heck? Wait, are these like bugging out? It looks like they're trying to drop. Wow, okay. I guess they just bugged out a little bit, but meanwhile, big counterattack into the natural. Sawyer completely ignoring his third base, just going for the kill there. There were 2 tanks on the high ground, but SPX had nothing else, and Sawyer just walks into the base, and GG from SPX, just like that. Very simple counterattack from Sawyer, not even needing his Wraiths to come out. At the bottom left position as the orange Terran, we have Sawyer. At the top right as the yellow Terran, we have Chanman, aka SPX. By the way, guys, did you notice that Sawyer has a dot at the end of his name? Oh man, that makes me so sad when I see that from players. Come on, guys, that just makes it like so hard. If someone if you get chat bugged and someone's trying to whisper you or something, and they keep trying to type Sawyer with no dot, and it's like player is not found or player is not online or something. I don't know, whatever that message is. And it's because you got a dot. Dot, it just throws them off. Just throws everybody off. It's not good. Definitely not good. I wonder if somebody actually took the name Sawyer already though. Maybe that's why. Alright, so we've got a cross spawn TvT on Circuit Breaker this time, so this could actually be a longer TvT. Last game, it was interesting. I mean, you know, the early starport from SPX definitely made me think it was going to be a bit more bloody, but I thought it was going to go better for him, especially with that early aggression coming out. But Sawyer, with a great response, doing good mine placement, and SPX not really controlling that initial attack very well. Yeah, meant that he was pretty much behind from the get-go, you know, not enough damage from the Wraiths and all that jazz. Hey, what's up, big fan? Yeah, the pretty standard barracks on the end of the base. I think both players did this in the last game too. I just didn't point it out, but you know, it's the very standard TvT tactic of building your barracks on the edge of your base so you can float it out and get a scout off. Okay, so we've got an SCV scout timing that's identical for both players as well. Scouting on 13 supply. For those of you taking notes, I do see Kicks in the chat, so if you want to write this down on your notepad, Kicks, 13 supply is the scout timing. And otherwise, I'm just going to chillax for a bit. So Sawyer went for the fast expand build, I think off 1 factory last game. We'll see if he does that again. Interestingly, SPX scouts vertically, whereas Sawyer scouts cross position. Very, very interesting. Hey, what's up, Predator? Hologram indeed. By the way, guys, I see a few subs in the channel, and we do have a new sub. I actually finally have a sub emote. You can type Sayle GG, and it will give you a sub emote, which is pretty exciting. Pretty pumped for that. I finally added it yesterday. All right, looks like we got just one guy on gas. So Sawyer appears to be going for the 1 fact expand again. And we also have guys pulled off gas for Chanman. So we could be seeing mirror builds from these guys. Now, unfortunately for SPX, he actually scouted bottom right and then scouted cross map because he expected, given how fast Sawyer got to his base, that Sawyer actually spawned in close positions. But actually, the reason the SCV got his base so fast is because he just scouted cross map correctly. So SPX is getting the latest possible SCV scout here, which is just unfortunate. Alright, so it looks like there is the command center, and there's the command center. It's gonna get scouted here. Actually, SPX's SCV scouts the command center, but this SCV now is gonna see the command center. I was gonna say he hasn't actually seen the CC yet, but now he does. And it's gonna get blocked from getting in the base. It looks like it's just gonna be a second factory. It looks like Sawyer didn't build any Marines, and SPX actually made 3 Marines. 3 Marines is actually quite a high number to me. I would have only expected 1, maybe 2. Maybe 2 Marines. Conversely, no Marines from Sawyer is also very interesting because then you have to, like, if SPX's scout had gotten in here earlier, you'd just be waiting for the vulture to actually get rid of it. Which is quite funny. Hey, thanks for the host kicks. Thank you for that. Wait, what's up with everyone asking if I'm wearing a wig? Wait, what? That's a negatory. I mean, you know, maybe in a few years, but not yet. We're not quite there yet, guys. But we're close. We're definitely heading in that direction. Oh man, sad times. Sad times. This is, I mean, you know, this is kind of what I get for picking Protoss, right? I mean, Zealots don't have hair. So, why would I have hair? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I am a Protoss player. It's just how the cookie crumbles. And it looks like SPX's initial 3 Marines are at least gonna kill a barracks for him. It's quite nice. And otherwise, oh man, it looks like both players actually going for some mass vulture strats. Very, very interesting. Sugon asks, where's Draco? He's actually not playing in this. I believe his reason was that he had like a work trip for the actual qualifier finals, so he couldn't actually, he wouldn't be able to qualify. So he's just not bothering to play in these. But then, like a couple of weeks later on his stream, he said he had some big announcement or something, and he was going to be participating in some big event, but he couldn't say what it was. So I think there's like a decent chance that he's invited. I'm just looking at everybody spam the Sayle GG emote in the chat now. And everyone's like capsing it differently, so it only worked for like 2 different people. Oh man, this is amazing. By the way, there's tons of mines all over the middle of the map now, so it's kind of hard to keep track of what's a mine and what's a unit. Ah, Burcha! Dude, I love mass vulture strats. I didn't realize though how difficult it would be to actually see what's happening on the minimap because there's just mines everywhere. Alright, but it looks like we're gonna have a fight! We're gonna have a fight! Vulture fight! Ah! Dude, I love vulture fights. Look how slow they kill each other. Because of that, like, they actually don't do full damage to each other, so it's like little wet noodle fights going on here in the middle of the map. But it looks like Sawyer is actually gonna win big time here. I don't know why he has so many more vultures than SPX does. But that's a lot of vultures. Maybe SPX also didn't have all his vultures grouped together at the front. Alright, looks like oh, Hero Hole also says 3 Marines kill a Wraith. Ah, that's interesting, okay. Oh, and looks like we're gonna have a big fight here, but this time SPX with a defender's advantage, although more vultures coming in here. Man, that's one thing about speed vultures, is it actually kind of reduces defender's advantage because of how fast the rally gets in there. I mean, look at how fast these buggers are, but uh-oh, he's gonna get run down here by the vultures of SPX. If he can do a proper moving shot, he actually messed up his moving shot, and his vultures actually paused there for a second. So that wasn't great for him. Alrighty. Oh my god, big fan, I'm not 30. No, not like this. I can't even respond to you guys. Oh my god, you guys can just like trash talk me constantly in chat, and I don't even realize until, or I can't even respond to you until 3 minutes later. Oh my god, this is awful. Hey, Al Drilivet? I can't tell how many I's and L's are in that. Al Drilivet. Thank you so much for the sub, dude. At least I know somebody's on my side. At least Al Drilivet is on my side. So screw the haters, screw you guys. We got a new sub. Thank you so much, man. Anyway, looks like we're just having some like mine clearing going on in the middle of the map. It's so funny to see neither player also take their second gas, right? Because I said last game how TvT is a pretty gas-gated matchup, and yet this is like basically the only time where it's not, which is when you're going mass vultures, and this is just so cool. I love seeing all these like jet bikes speeding across the map. Like look how cool this is, man. Oh my god, it's like, imagine these guys are all like on the Tron jet bikes, just zooming around, shooting each other. Oh, this is so cool. Oh man. And now we're out. Oh no, and now we got a rally. Dude, Mass Vulture versus Mass Vulture just looks so fun. It looks so cool. They're just like roving biker gangs. Oh no, wait, no, it's like in Akira, right? Where they actually have like biker gangs roving around in the future, futuristic biker gangs. For some reason though, I don't remember the bikes in Akira being that futuristic looking. But then again, that was made like many years ago, so maybe it was futuristic for the time. But look at this. Look, we gotta find whichever guy has the most kills, he can be like the Akira bike. Oh wait, that guy has 7 kills. Oh, Tetsuo! So we've got more and more mines here. I can't believe there's no transition yet either. There's still only, okay, wait, no, there's a second machine shop, which means he's gonna start making tanks. And I don't know where these guys are going. He's doing a little rearranging. Oh wow, he's going into mass machine shops here. Is that gonna build one too? Oh wow, look at that. So SPX now going into mass machine shop. Meanwhile, one tank already out for Sawyer, but we're having a big engagement here. Big mine there in the middle of the map. But I think otherwise it's gonna be a pretty close engagement here. SPX pulling back now. It looks like Sawyer has switched out already into tanks and Goliaths here to start clearing out the middle of the map as SPX is doing the same thing. But Sawyer actually, still with just a single machine shop, actually choosing to make quite a few Goliaths here. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Tanks really should be the backbone of TvT, I think, and we're gonna have 3 factories making tanks for SPX. I think he should probably take his natural gas, though. You can see Sawyer's already taking his natural gas. Sawyer, though, is moving across the middle of the map here. Now, even though vultures don't trigger spider mines, Goliaths and tanks obviously do, but they have instant shots, so they can actually attack move across minefields for the most part, unless you get really unlucky. Looks like no third base yet. Sawyer up about 20 supply and is making another command center, but again, this is not a gas base. It's not that great in TvT. Like, it would have been fine if they were still both going massive ultra, but obviously, as you get up to like 100 supply, it doesn't really make sense to go massive ultra anymore. Much more efficient to switch out as they are both doing. But that also means this base is not useful. He could potentially float this all the way over to the 6 o'clock actually, which would be much better. Hey, we got a donation, Matt. Donated $11.97. Thanks for all the great content. Hey, thank you so much, Matt. Wait, are you the Matt that I actually know in real life? I know a Matt, but maybe that's not you, because it's like Matt seems to be a fairly common name. I could believe that there are a lot of Matt Smurfs out there. A lot of people call it Matt. But thank you nonetheless, Matt. All right, wait, where are we at here? We got a third command center for SPX as well. Oh, and we got an attack here, a tank advantage for SPX, but look at the Goliaths just mowing them down. Oh my god! I thought SPX would be in a good position having more siege tank production, but the problem is he doesn't quite have the critical mass yet, and he also just kind of walked up instead of letting Sawyer kind of attack into him. I guess he wanted to get like a forward siege line. That was not ideal at all for SPX. He's basically just holding steady at 20 supply below Sawyer. This is actually pretty cool. Looks like Sawyer has added another machine shop now, and it's gone for the two starport switch again, very similar to what he did last game. Now it looks like, oh, we have a quick science facility here. Does he have? Okay, that's for the +2 weapons. Okay, so of course in TvT, getting that +2 attack upgrade for your mech is extremely important. Allows your siege tanks to 2-shot your opponent's siege tanks instead of 3-shot. And it looks like Sawyer though is walking through the Valley of Death. You do not want to be walking through here, dude. Yeah, he's gonna pull back. That was a good idea to maybe try and sneak around. He got almost all the way up. If he had managed to sneak up here without SPX realizing, that would have been great for him. But couldn't quite make it. Now, interestingly, I don't see a science facility for Sawyer, which means SPX is gonna get this. This must be +2 attack. SPX is gonna have his +2 attack before Sawyer is. So even though Sawyer has a slight supply lead right now, and he's mining his third base a little bit faster than SPX, you know, SPX with that upgrade timing will have an opportunity. We'll have a big window to really make some stuff happen. Unfortunately for him though, he's gonna be facing some Wraiths now from Sawyer, which is gonna be a little bit annoying, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna be that serious. You can just make a few Goliaths and deal with this, because it's gonna be a while before Sawyer gets any kind of really significant Wraith count up, and you can see they don't really do that much against ground. So that's not great. Alright, looks like we've got a big move out here, and both players gonna be in the middle of the map. Looks like SPX gonna get the siege line up and gonna force Sawyer back. Man, this zoom out feature is gonna be super useful for TvT, I gotta say. I think of all the matchups, given how TvT you just draw these massive tank lines all over the map, and yeah, and this game is definitely shaping up to be a long TvT. Cross map circuit breakers, guys. This is how we roll. Let me see what's going on in the base. Anything else crazy? Not really, just adding another factory. It doesn't look like anything is happening in the middle of the map either, so it's gonna be 5 factories against 6, although look at this. Interestingly, SPX also adding the factory at the same time. He seems to have lost his barracks again, presumably since he was scouting with it, and is now going to take the 12 o'clock. Sawyer, I think also, yeah, he's also got the command center here, and the engineering bay. Look at this. Both players are playing very, very similar TvT games here. The only real difference right now is the 2-port Wraith pumping for Sawyer. Does he still not have a science? Excuse me. Okay, there's the science facility finally. The +2 should be almost done now, right, for SPX? I think he started it a bit late, because I saw his armory wasn't actually spinning, even though the facility was done. So I think he didn't quite get it as fast as he possibly could have. What's also interesting is the players, so the tank lines, look at the minimap, the tank lines are being drawn vertically, but the players are expanding horizontally, right? It's kind of like, wait a minute, that's not actually the direction that your tank line goes. But I mean, it's okay to go to 12 and 6 at least for now. Looks like SPX laying some mines on this platform to stop an attack. But you can see like SPX can go down the right side here and actually attack the 6 o'clock. Sawyer is not actually properly protecting the 6 o'clock from the right side. Like just a few vultures could easily slip down here and take stuff out. Anyway, it looks like, what do we have going on? Another command center, perhaps? Oh man, it looks like he actually has, he blocked his command center with a turret there. Slightly unfortunate. Just gonna do a little cancel on that. By the way, guys, I see lots of people talking in chat, but it's kind of hard for me to respond since because of the delay and stuff, and there's quite a lot going on in this game. So I'll try and have a read through the chat after the game to see what I missed. See how many people, you know, made fun of my hairline or whatever. Just try and catch up on all the BM. So feel free to insult away in the chat, as I am completely defenseless. I like the little T he's made. Maybe, wait, is he writing something? T-I? T-I, like the international? maybe SPX is a Dota fan, just you know, representing. Wait, what about this side? This is more like well, it's like an incomplete H. Like if he makes 2 more buildings here, that would actually say high, which would also be good. Maybe Sawyer can just add like a couple of buildings here. That'd be nice. And looks like, oh man, John man, SPX is actually rolling down the right side. This is what I was talking about. This is what happens when you split vertically but expand horizontally. Oh man, and there's actually high ground here as well. And SPX does he have +2? He has +2 against +1. That is a good timing. Here we go. He's moving in though. It's always difficult to attack into a Terran position, even if you do have an upgrade advantage and a unit advantage. The supplies are very, very close. They're both quite high in supply right now. Can SPX actually take down these tanks and make way and actually push this base back? It looks like he can actually swing tanks down here and range the right side. He can probably range the gas actually from here. So he might want to do that. He doesn't need to attack down into these tanks. He can just hold his position and roll some tanks down to the bottom. Meanwhile, he is taking 3 o'clock base. Looks like that's actually finished already. And is also sending SCVs to the top left. So SPX actually expanding all over the place here. Sawyer was playing really well in the early mid game. Definitely, you know, seemed to be playing better than SPX, but I'm not sure about this late game strategy though. This could be where it turns around. The big mine there on SPX's tanks, and it looks like Sawyer going around the top side, actually trying to just cut off reinforcements, but he's got like a little bit of a funny angle here, and I think SPX is gonna clean up these siege tanks, although it's gonna be pretty close here. Oh man, TvTs. TvTs. I love TvTs. I actually love playing TvTs and watching TvTs. I mean, this is basically, I mean, it's pretty much the opposite of a Zerg versus Zerg, right? You know, and we've seen so many Zerg versus Zerg recently, but you very rarely in the foreign scene see TvT. Not only do we kind of lack a lot of good top tier Terran players, but I feel like many Terran players also kind of dodge the matchup. Or maybe not many, but there are also, you know, players who dodge the matchup, which makes it even harder to see this. But it's just like TvT basically, it's almost like a completely different game than any other matchup, because you're basically playing like it turns StarCraft from an RTS into like a grand strategy game, you know? It's like these guys are no longer playing an RTS. They're playing like Europa Universalis kind of thing, you know. They're playing like, this is like Risk in StarCraft. It's not even a UMS. It's like a regular 1v1. You know, it's all about grabbing land. It's about grabbing resources. It's about kind of outmaneuvering your opponent on a large scale. You know, it's not like the micro thing. It's like, oh look, I put my Zealot behind the mineral lines and his Zerglings couldn't attack it. Oh, look at me. You know, it's much more larger scale than that. And we do have a big drop coming in. It's gonna get intercepted by, well, Valkyrie. I don't think the one Valkyrie will have enough time to actually pick it up, but one dropship, 2 dropships fall, although one tank does manage to land out of that. He's got tanks on the low ground. I'm not sure how well this is gonna work. It doesn't look like this drop from Sawyer is going to accomplish too much here. Good reaction by SPX, but look at the minimap though. Sawyer is attacking up the left side at the same time. 3 tanks are still here. He's cleared up the entire tank block. Now he's on the bottom. Never mind. This is doing way more than I thought. And now vultures are moving in to the 12 o'clock base. It looks like this is finally being cleaned up by the reinforcement. But this base is going to fall. He's going to lose a lot of SCVs, and now the mineral only is also very, very vulnerable. This is the thing. Vultures, even though in the late game TvT, you don't really want them as part of your main army, they are still a great harassment tool for all the bases that Terran takes, because TvT, you typically will just take a ton of bases with all the excess minerals. Look at the banks right now. Not that much gas, but a ton of minerals. This is actually something that I think is just unavoidable in TvT. This is not a sign necessarily of bad macro. I think in TvT, you just end up with way too many minerals, way more minerals than you can spend, which is why in the mid-late game you see Terran players just building command centers all over the place. I've even seen Terran players just like build more command centers in their main just to get more comsats out, because the other thing to keep in note is by building so many command centers, you also end up with so much comsat energy that you can actually you can basically just map hack in TvT, because you have so much comsat energy. You can constantly see where your opponent's armies are, where he's expanding, all that good stuff. So you can see, you're just constantly scanning. Everything scan. You can, you know, 5 command centers, 6 command centers. It's basically infinite vision wherever you need it. Now Sawyer is moving up to the top left. SPX had set up a small position here, but nowhere near enough units. He's building a bunch of turrets, but obviously that is not going to do anything for him. And Sawyer, by the way, is up 50 supply over SPX. I was saying earlier how, you know, he had a good early mid game, but he seemed to not be really capitalizing and allowing SPX to come back here in the late game. But now it's a big swing. And SPX, despite doing like the first aggressive move here against a 6 o'clock position, didn't actually attack this base. He's definitely wasting this opportunity. He can put tanks here. I don't think he actually realizes he can just put tanks here and siege down the gas, because that would be super crucial. Remember, you know, taking down those gases is definitely very important in this matchup. However, SPX does have the bottom right 2 bases on the way here. Look at the minimap. SPX is definitely expanding faster than Sawyer is. So even though he's taking a lot of damage, he can try and compensate that way just by extra income, although he is very low on the money right now. He plummeted from like 2,000 minerals to almost nothing here, just spending all his bank. He's now getting 2 starports. Wow, he's getting 4 starport Wraith. 5 starport Wraith. He's switching into mass Wraith here, and this is the kind of late game move that can decide a game here. If Sawyer does not scout this coming, he could take a ton of damage. Like, what is the anti-air? 1 Goliath, 2 Goliath, 3 Goliath, and that's it. He's got some dropships. Does he have any turrets? He's building turrets at the top left. That's mainly like drop defense. Any anti-air here? Very little anti-air here. It looks like, whoa, Sawyer making a move out. But that Wraith switch could actually do so much for SPX here. Now, however, remember, there are a lot of scans. Look at this. He's had max energy at this comp set for quite a while here. So it is definitely possible for Sawyer to scan the main base. But at this point in the game, there's usually not that much reason to scan the main base constantly. So it is very possible that he won't see it even with comp sets, because he'll be using all his comp set energy to check positioning on the map rather than in the base. What is this line, by the way? Okay, that's just a straight line of siege tanks down the side. But the bottom right bases are now mining for SPX. He's even got too many command centers here. He's got 1 here, 1 here. He's got 3 command centers for 2 bases. I'm not really sure how that happened. He might have made one and lifted it because it was under attack, and then forgot that it was there and just made a new one instead of landing the old one. But now Sawyer is taking the top left, so we are actually splitting down the map vertically. And here come the Wraiths. 5 Wraiths out. He's actually showing them a little bit early. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't wait a little bit longer for this. He actually already has ship plating. He's got +1 air and +1 armor, but there's a big attack on the north side here. He's just unsieged everything. Half the Wraiths are actually on the top side. It's very close, but it looks like Sawyer is just gonna march through here. Look at that. The A move, actually, that wasn't just A move, by the way. He was actually stutter stepping those tanks forward to really get maximum DPS off. And Sawyer breaking through the middle of the map here, breaking through SPX's tank line, because of course SPX invested so many resources in building 5 starports, getting cloak, getting double Wraith, double air upgrades. Those are different upgrades from ground, and costing him quite a bit of money here. So SPX actually losing control of the middle of the map, and this, you can't allow this to happen in TvT, because the actual expansions have no natural defenses. You know, it's not like you have a bunch of photon cannons or sunkens. TvT, there's no actual, I mean, the turret is the only static defense you can make, and that does nothing against ground. So you really need to hold the ground position. Like right now, Sawyer could just, I mean, if this group wasn't here, you could just run in here with a billion vultures and kill everything. Similarly on the bottom right. However, SPX has caused Sawyer to pull all the SCVs but 1 from the 6 o'clock base at least, and he's now going down here. How many races he has? 5, 7. It looks like he's got a full control group of raids. Gonna get a few free tank kills for his troubles. Definitely gonna help him out here. Look at this, and he can even move his actual tank army down into this base to force it to lift off completely. So a bit of a win here, a much needed win for SPX, who's actually now just, oh, he actually did figure out that you can put the tank down here, although it's not quite in range. I'm pretty sure that would be in range of the thing. And oh man, look at this, the Wraith actually taking out the command center because he lifted it off, allowing the Wraith to do maximum damage. Wow, what a nice TvT game this is. And it looks like now, what do we got? The Wraiths are coming back here. These Wraiths are so crucial. Do we have more? We do have more anti-air, but remember, the Wraiths don't want a straight up fight against Goliaths, right? The Goliaths will absolutely murder the Wraiths if they fight head-on. 200 versus 200 supply, by the way, guys. We are maxed out here. And Sawyer has to be so careful with these drops. He's actually going in. The drops could get picked off by the Wraith. I think he wants to drop on top of the Siege Tanks, or maybe he's just keeping his drop just nearby. There's the big cloak on the Wraiths, but they're not actually fighting. The Wraiths are cloaked, but they're not fighting. There is the unload, maybe. I'm not really sure what is going on here. The Wraiths are AFK on the bottom side. Big drop on the top side. Siege Tanks. Finally, the Wraiths coming in, and now the drop ships are all going to fall, and this attack by Sawyer was a complete failure, absolute disaster here for Sawyer in the middle of the map. And now look at this spike, he plummets to 140. SPX barely lost anything in that attack. However, Sawyer has a huge bank. He has got a ton of money back. He's got extra factories just out in random places on the map. What's this? That's a science facility. He's got more factories at the top left. So Sawyer can remax, or should be able to remax quite easily. But now look at this, there's not enough anti-air. Finally, some Goliaths are coming out here, and there's no more cloak on the Wraiths. He actually decloaked, but now the tanks of SPX are coming in. The Wraiths are actually just fighting straight up here. I don't think they can do that. There's a scan as well. Cloak really not that effective at this point in the game. Like I said, just plenty of scans for both players, and you can just see how difficult it is to attack into either side here. Sawyer was down like 40-50 supply against SPX, and SPX still couldn't really move out against his base. However, 6 o'clock is denied. If SPX can actually take the... Wait, what's actually going on over here? For some reason, Sawyer had a floating command center all the way over here. He's going to lose it to the Wraiths straight away. Look at how much damage those Wraiths are doing with their +1 attack. What other... It looks like both players seem to have stopped at just the +2 attack on their ground. No additional upgrades for their ground armies, which is very, very interesting. I mean, again, that is the kind of the breakpoint upgrade that you want here, so I guess they just don't want to bother spending the money on the rest. Whew. Looks like Sawyer moving down here into the bottom right of the map, and there's the cloak, but there's gonna be a scan here. He might just walk under and do a big scan. Wait, no, there's tanks! There's tanks on the side! The tank's actually taking out half of the Goliaths, but he's doing some move and shoot micro, and again, in a straight up fight, like just a handful of Goliaths could easily take down that many Wraiths. They're +3 actually Goliaths now. Looks like Sawyer did end up getting the +3 attack. And the map is split, you know, left and right, east to west, with the contested bases basically being the 12 and the 6. I don't think the mineral onlys really are going to influence the game that much. I think it's really going to come down to the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock gas bases if this does go to the super late game. Ooh, big mine there. SPX, oh man, SPX has the other side of the bridge. Oh no, big explosion there though. SPX can very easily hold this side of the bridge. It's gonna be so hard for Sawyer to actually walk across this. SPX though, he only has 4 tanks. He needs a few more tanks if he wants to hold this effectively, but he's got the Wraiths camping over his tanks as well. There's 1 tank, 2 tanks blocking him from actually attacking into those bases. Nice little anti-drop defense as well by Sawyer, but SPX does scan this, so he knows more tanks are rolling up here. Oh man, I kind of just want to cast this whole thing in zoom out mode. I think that's actually, excuse me, that's actually not the worst idea, but here we go. Wraiths picking off the tanks, only Goliaths left. He can roll the tanks in once they get here. And there's no real way for Sawyer to walk across these bridges. That would be absolute suicide into the tank line. He's now losing control of this top left base. Look at the minimap though. Sawyer going for the counterattack. Sawyer going for the counterattack. He's going in here. There are a couple of tanks in position. Sawyer, by the way, playing a very heavy Goliath force here, but he is rolling down here. It's going to be effective. He's going to take out this base, the mineral-only expansion from SPX, but he's lost a gas base. Trading a mineral-only for a gas is not good for Sawyer, but can he roll? He can roll into these bases as well. These are undefended. He can do the exact same thing on the other side. He needs to move up here and siege so that SPX can't cross the bridges. Oh my god, it's a race. Who can get to the bridges in time? It's a race to the bridges. Who's going to siege up first? SPX is still walking. There's the siege up. Who has vision? Oh man, that tank gets completely obliterated by the massive tank shot. And SPX gets over here barely in the nick of time to stop Sawyer's attack. And Sawyer now losing control of the map. Look at the supplies now. He is the one in trouble. SPX was down, I think was down 40-50 supply and losing his bank. And now Sawyer is the one down 40-50 supply, losing his bank. Trying to retake the 6 o'clock base. But what an insane TvT this is. Oh man, what is going on over here? It's like, wait, what's going on at 12 o'clock? Okay, 12 o'clock is just mining for SPX. 6 o'clock is gonna fall. The SVSPs are just gonna try and block for the tank. Not quite gonna work out. He could, oh, he bombed that Goliath to death at least. A hug of death from the SCVs. The Wraith's providing vision, of course, because when you have big tank lines, you really want something to provide vision. Whether it's a floating building, whether it's a Wraith, or even just a few vultures sitting in the front. Since of course tanks do shoot further they can see, if you have the spotter and your opponent doesn't, you can actually get big advantages in the tank versus tank battles. Now we have a lot more units moving down here for SPX. Wants to make sure that he doesn't lose control of this quadrant of the map. Sawyer, what is he gonna do? He hasn't actually remade any dropships. He's playing pure ground army here. You know, given that there were all these raids in the air, realized that he couldn't keep playing dropships and has just abandoned that entirely and is trying to win with the ground army, but it doesn't look like that's working for him. And now SPX moving in, he's gonna surround these tanks. No, he's actually taking some mine hits. What's actually happening? Wait, he's the one that's actually now surrounded. There's the big siege up. And it looks like, oh, taking a mine hit, but he is going to hold the weird middle position here. It is allowing access to the 9 o'clock base. This base is now undefended. He's going to leave the tanks alone. He's going to fly in with the Wraith. There's only a single turret here that he can take down very easily, and Sawyer is seriously running out of options right now. The problem, well, one big problem right now is Sawyer has no mobile element to his army. You know, yes, TvT is about drawing big tank lines, but you need, well, you know, you usually see a supplement of either Wraiths as a mobile component or dropships as a mobile component. If you don't have either of those and you're just walking around on the ground, it's very difficult for you to actually find good places to attack. And now he's going to lose a whole bunch more tanks in the middle of the map. He's going to lose the command center 2-2 finished for SPX's air. He is just taking control. The Wraith switch, the 5-port Wraith switch, it looked dangerous for him because Sawyer kind of took advantage of that and pushed through the 3 o'clock. But in the end, this Wraith switch, I think, is going to win SPX the game. Sawyer plummeting to 100 supply. Cannot stop 2 control groups of Wraiths here. He's building mass turrets to try and save the top left. But I think this is all over now for Sawyer. What a well-fought battle here by both of these players. But you can see this base is gone. He's going for a last-ditch attack down to the bottom right to try and get something in return. He knows he can't get up here in time to save anything, so he's just going to try and take down SPX's base. But this is the thing, look at this. He has nothing to actually help break this tank line. All he can do is face tank it, walk in, and just try and do something. But see, that it's stopped. You don't have dropships, you don't have Wraiths, you don't break this kind of tank line, right? It just doesn't happen. So, Sawyer, at 80 supply to 200, it's only a matter of time. He's trying to retake the 6 o'clock base here. That is so many Wraiths. I mean, he could even make like a couple of Valkyries right now, maybe, but the Wraiths would just one-shot, like if he made 5 Valkyries, I think the Wraiths would just one-shot them. Like, yeah, they would take a lot of damage, but that might not even be enough. So, the Wraiths coming down, I guess they'll, oh man, oh wait, oh no, it's only tanks, it's only 1 Goliath, oh no, run away! Ah, GG from Sawyer. And SPX takes the game in a very, very cool 37-minute TvT game. That was very, very good. And that means that the score is now 1-1 here. Oh wait, we're going to game 3. Alright, we're starting. Hey, 12 o'clock as the teal Terran. We have Sawyer. And the 3 o'clock as the purple Terran. We do have Chonman. Score is 1-1. And this is it. So yeah, once again, for anyone tuning in now, this is the Italian Esports Open Qualifier number 3. This is a series. This is the 3rd event in a series of 4 open qualifiers for the main event, which is going to be an 8-man LAN tournament hosted at the Lucca Esports Cathedral in Italy, with a total prize pool of $16,000. Yes, that is $16,000 US prize pool for a StarCraft Remastered tournament. It is absolutely insane, and it's all being run by ESL. So you know, ESL, thank you guys so much for doing this. This is completely crazy, and I'm so glad that I'm able to cast these games as well. Oh man, and TvTs no less. TvTs. And for the qualification system, by the way, for anyone wondering, it's a points-based system. So you know, it's not like you qualify by winning a tournament. It's every time you participate, depending on how well you place, you get a certain amount of points. So you know, definitely, you know, if you like playing StarCraft, you should definitely sign up to one of these. Just play for. I mean, even if you don't think you're gonna win or you don't think you're gonna make it, you know, just play for fun. You get to play against big names. You know, you might get to play against someone famous, like you know, like Sawyer, for example. Or Liquid Drone or whoever, you know. So that's always good fun, and you never know what can happen. You can easily cheese somebody, cheese somebody better than you out of the tournament, which would always be amusing. Now we are close. Oh, we got a pause here from Sawyer. Looks like no comment from him either. Hopefully everything is fine. Maybe he just like spilled his drink or something. Alright, looks like we're back in action. Looks like we are close positioned here on Python, so we could see some super fast action. Like siege tanks can actually hit each other across here, can't they? It's pretty funny. I mean, there's no reason why you would put siege tanks here to shoot like the corner of your opponent's base, but I guess technically it's possible. Also, if you know, if it does go to a bit of a later game, there are of course the 2 island bases on Python, which are definitely something to consider in TvT. You know, since you very often do see dropships. And I was gonna say something else while talking about the qualifier, but I can't remember. Oh, I think I was just gonna mention my delay again. So, yeah, for anyone tuning in, you know, normally my stream I try to do it live so I can talk to the chat and stuff. But since this is such a big event, since there are $16,000 of prize money on the line, I am streaming this with a 3-minute delay just to avoid any potential stream cheating, which is good. But it also means it makes it a little bit harder for me to talk to you guys in chat. But I think that's a fair exchange. Now, interestingly, this is going to mean these barracks, like once they realize that they're in close air spawns, which should be not too long from now, they're actually going to be able to float their barracks over straight away. Interestingly, wait, what the? Alright, well, I'm going to keep pausing here. I will continue my point after the resume. I guess I can just say now, since I can actually still scroll. So, SPX, he scouted bottom and left, and didn't see Sawyer, right? So he knows Sawyer spawned at the 12, and I think the SCV saw each other passing. So he knows Sawyer's SCV is coming towards him from the 6 o'clock. So he's actually sending the 2 Marines to actually intercept this SCV and stop him from scouting him. Because if he can stop the SCV from even getting to the natural, he will have Sawyer completely in the dark. You know, no idea whether it's a fast expand build, 2-port Wraith, or whatever, right? We can see he's pulled guys off gas. I think, actually Sawyer appears to still be mining gas. So we could see some kind of starport build from Sawyer here. Whereas SPX, I'm pretty sure, is going for the fast expand. It seems that SPX has a very important phone call to take on Sunday evening, possibly from the missus. Alrighty. Well, I guess there's not that much to say. I mean, since we're here, I might as well. Everybody, get on your phones. Everybody, start texting. Hold on, I actually do have some text messages to respond to, so I will take the opportunity. Are we back? We're not back. It's okay, just chill out. Just listen to the awesome Terran theme. It's pretty good. I can actually look at the chat now, even though it's 3 minutes in the past. God, you guys are so 3 minutes ago. So unfashionable. What's up with this Valk bug that you guys are talking about? Wait, what? They reverted the Valk bug fix? Wait, what? Wait, why would they revert the Valkyrie bug fix? That doesn't make any sense. Why would that change game balance to have the unit working as intended? Like, does that mean Valkyrie's late game in max fights are OP? Because I don't think that's the case. Because that seems like it should be fixed. That's just a bug that doesn't make any sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense why it happens, but I don't see any reason for that to stay in the game. Hey Sayle, if someone takes a pause that lasts 3 minutes, wouldn't they have perfect info from the stream by the time they unpause? I guess, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's... I mean, I guess. I guess that guys, you know what? Alright. After this game, I'm gonna restart the stream with an hour delay. Take that. Checkmate, stream snipers. And then you just see somebody pause and be like, sorry, I have to go drive my sick grandmother to the hospital. I'll be back in exactly 1 hour because it takes me half an hour to drive to the hospital. And they just pause the game for an hour, and I'm just like, well, I tried, guys. I tried. All right, so Sawyer actually going for the good old triple SCV attack. I have no idea what's going on here. We unpause the game, and there's 3 SCVs from Sawyer that are just dying in front of SPX's base. So something happened. Sawyer apparently just got fed up with waiting. He's just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna try and kill this guy right now. Oh man, look at that lucky vulture. The luck of the vulture. Uh-oh. Well, that was not a good attack by Sawyer. Sawyer's been the one who's just been playing standard fast expanding this whole time, and now he's the one that I can't believe he's the one that actually didn't fast expand, is now kind of in trouble to early aggression. Like, what the hell? Oh, well, can he break up this ramp? Ramps are hard to break up. Okay, that didn't work. And the first Wraith arrives. Hello. Any anti-air. You should probably kill this SCV making the armory, because you also can't run those SCVs away. Yeah, you just kill this one. Alright, there we go. It was a fast expand, by the way, although, wait, what? He built the command center and then he just paused it for some reason. I have no idea why you would pause it. It's not like the Wraith was attacking it, right? Maybe he was contemplating canceling it in case it was like a 2-port Wraith, and then realized it was only 1-port Wraith, so he'd change his mind or something. Oh god, oh god. Where are the Marines at? He's bringing the 2 Marines home. Apparently it takes 3 Marines to actually kill a Wraith. Oh, he's building a secret engineering bay actually at the bottom left. Very sneaky. He's also got a random SCV on the left side. But this Wraith is going to get 4 SCV kills, and the armory's still not quite done. And the Marines are actually just going to A-move and get stuck on the barracks instead of attacking the Wraith. Oh man, oh run. Oh no, it's the second Wraith now. The second Wraith, by the way, seemed quite slow. And now, Sawyer is sending his Vultures into the front because the Marines got pulled back. He can actually kill the Marines with the Vultures. I think SPX is in a lot of trouble right now. Oh my god, SPX is in so much trouble. SPX is in so much trouble. This is kind of similar to the thing that SPX tried to do to Sawyer in the first game, except that Sawyer made only Vultures and SPX made a tank, I think. And look at this, 2 Goliaths are on the field. And oh, why are the Goliaths they're just attacking the barracks. That barracks has actually helped helped Sawyer so much here. The Marines got stuck on the barracks. The Goliaths got stuck on the barracks. Oh god, alright, but he has to pull back now. And he has made his own command center as well. Looks like he hasn't made a control tower, so we're not going to see any cloak here from Sawyer. But I think that was a pretty great attack for him. Now what's the SCV count like? It's still not too bad. It's still pretty healthy. He's also going to kill that barracks pretty quickly. Yeah, so I think Sawyer has a slight SCV advantage, but of course he did get his second command center slower. So since SPX would be building SCVs from 2 command centers, I think the game is actually quite even at this point. I would say the game is actually fairly even. This freaking barracks is just sitting here scouting everything. It's gonna take a million years for these raids to kill it. Oh, he's got a tank now. Okay, that's better. But now, interestingly, the Goliaths are moving out. Look at how aggressive both players are being, just with tiny numbers of units. 4 Goliaths just walking across the map. Oh my goodness. Well, looks like finally. Oh wait, this barracks was also blocking a machine shop on the second factory. Wow, I didn't even realize that. But that was actually blocking the add-on. And now the Goliaths are too far to the left. Man, if this was Fighting Spirit, I don't think this is possible because the natural is close to the cliff here. But look, because it's Python, he can just walk on the side. He can, if he doesn't mind losing these Goliaths, he can even walk them into this corner and just be super annoying. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh wait, no, you're too close now. Oh my god. This is what I do with Dragoons in TvT. This is pretty sad for Sawyer. Well, actually, it's not that bad now. He did stop the refinery from building, but he's gonna deal with these. And that is 4 Goliaths that are gonna die. Well, they got 5 kills between them. They actually forced a cancel. I assume that was a cancel on the refinery. So, I mean, it worked out a little bit. It's like 2 factories now adding the starport. Sawyer had 3, right? Yeah, Sawyer's on 3 factories already, plus the starport. I'm actually a little bit surprised that SPX went for the starport. Is that a hidden base? Oh man, Sawyer taking a hidden base at the 6 o'clock main, while SPX gets the much more usual 3rd base at the bottom right. Very sneaky by Sawyer. And the thing is, for hidden bases, one of the problems with hidden bases is that you don't want to transfer workers there to reveal it, right? So it takes a while for them to get operational. But since this is the TvT, all you know, he can just start mining the gas there, and that's really the important thing anyway, right? So I think a hidden base works better in TvT since you can just mine the gas straight away, and you're just happy with that. And that could be really effective, especially if this goes long. You know, and they like split the map diagonally, and Sawyer just mines out the space. That would give him, you know, a 1 base advantage over his opponent. So looks like, ooh, Cloak Wraiths here from SPX here, going to do the counter Wraith. Okay, those 2 Wraiths actually survived. I thought they were just gonna kill themselves in the base. They're pushing back the eBay that was granting vision. See, this is what I was talking about earlier as well. You need something to grant vision for your siege tanks if you want to play tank lines. Because what happens is, let's say this engineering base back here and doesn't provide vision. These tanks can actually unsiege, move into range of of SPX's tanks, even if, but if he doesn't see them, they won't shoot, right? Then they can siege up and then use his vision to actually shoot first. And if you shoot first and you instant kill him, you know, there's no return fire. So, you know, that's a technique that top level Terran players will actually do a lot, or try to do a lot against each other, because of course they'll be playing high level Terran opponents who also know these tricks, right? But like if you watch Scan play TvT, for example, you'll see he, especially against foreign Terrans, he will do that a lot. Because that's something that requires like constant attention as well, which, you know, if you're a lower APM player, can be a little bit tricky to constantly keep track of the vision, especially with, you know, like ranged Goliaths pushing your floating buildings back, that sort of thing. Anyway, the Wraiths of SPX are now out, and Sawyer actually doesn't have Doesn't have anti-area. Okay, he's got his first Goliath coming out now, and I think these Wraiths should probably leave. Yeah, they're gonna leave, but it did allow SPX to actually move forward with his siege tanks, and uh-oh, looks like, oh, he targets one tank down, and, oh, looks like he might actually get a decent position. No, he's not going to. This is one Cloak Wraith doing stuff, but Sawyer stopping the envelope from closing and actually getting a huge win there, I think, on the ground there. Very beneficial trade for Sawyer, although freaking Goliath just, or sorry, the freaking Wraith is still picking things off. But look at this. Look at that. Oh my, what? Sawyer now is like, oh, you wanna play the Wraith switch game? All right, buddy. All right, buddy. We'll play the Wraith switch game. Let me show you how to play Wraith switch. Oh no. Oh, he's got range. Ooh, one more shot would have killed him. And he's now building double starport. I thought he was gonna build triple, but it looks like he couldn't afford it. And like I said, just mining that gas very happily. Meanwhile, it looks like his base just forgot about this base, because this base actually finished at the same time as Sawyer's, I think, or roughly. So he actually kind of lost out on the gas mining there a little bit. Meanwhile, it looks like a 2-tank drop at the back of SPX's natural. He was trying to build some anti-drop defense here, but didn't actually finish the turrets yet. He's got 2 Wraiths coming back, though. He does have 2 Wraiths coming back. However, if this dropship can actually bring a couple of Goliaths here, it could be good, although it looks like it won't be in time, though. So, yeah, these tanks not really going to do too much here, with the SCVs walking into minimum range. Yeah, nice defense there. SCVs, of course, killing everything. And there we go, triple port Wraith from Sawyer. Now SPX sees no base here, and he has to be suspicious, right? Why would Chonman, or why would Sawyer rather, not have a base here yet? The SCV though is coming in here, so he sees the SCV coming, and SPX is thinking to himself, oh wait, look, he's now gonna get his 3rd base. My 3rd base is already mining. I'm winning the game. But we can see that that's actually not the case. It's actually not nearly the case for SPX. Oh man, it looks like, I don't know what happened here. A random tank just suiciding itself into SPX's tank line. And also, look at this, Sawyer just walked around the side. A Vulture found this base. He's just gonna attack this base. This tank line for SPX is not covering nearly enough space, completely open on the left side, and all the units just flooding down, or not really flooding, but 5 units sneaking around the side. Also, remember, when you're going mass cloak Wraiths, you don't care about siege tank lines. You will fly over everything. He's even going to find some dropships here. Can he actually go for the dropships? He gets one dropship. I think he should target it. No, he doesn't get the other one. This drop actually saving SPX's base here at the bottom right. Oh man, that is a very interesting intercept. I actually don't know who that's better for, because on the one hand, SPX lost a dropship and wasn't able to go for whatever drop he was going for. But on the other hand, Sawyer also wasn't able to kill this base full of SCVs, because if that drop hadn't been there, he definitely would have killed all of these SCVs. In the meantime, he's just going to slide more units out the right side, very close on the supplies. How are the upgrades looking? 1-0 against 0-0. And wait. Oh, the tank's sneaking around the top side. Is he going to try and use the vision advantage? Oh no! Walked a little bit too close there. Oh, spotted. I don't think this was actually a scouting SCV. I think this SCV was here to actually make a command center. I'm pretty sure SPX just wanted to make a command center there. And all of a sudden, he sees this base. He's like, what? What is going on? But unfortunately for Sawyer, he's getting sieged at his main base. Look at this. SPX is ferrying units down to low ground, now ferrying units onto the high ground. Where the race? The race, though, coming in to the bottom right base, to 3rd base. It's going to be an insane base racy situation here. The back of Sawyer's base is just getting exploded right now, but the 3rd base is also getting blown up. He's trying to build an emergency turret, but he's going to lose the siege tanks. 3 siege tanks were rolling down, but looks like 1 Goliath is going to take care of business here. I don't know what the other 3 siege tanks are doing, but look at this. And Sawyer, by the way, is supply blocked. He lost so many supply depots that he is actually supply blocked, but he's killing all of the SCVs, all of the defenses here. The Vulture can even come in potentially and kill something. He's got 7 kills already. Sawyer even gonna lose his armory. But Sawyer has this top left base, and it looks like Sawyer able to clean up this Goliath and keep the 6 o'clock base alive, and this base of SPX is dead. I think Sawyer is kind of getting the better of this. If he can hold his base, he will be in great position, but SPX is continuing the attack into the back of the base. He's clearing out so many depots. Sawyer rebuilding all his depots at the top left right now. What an absolutely crazy situation this is. Looks like Sawyer just going to use his vultures to continue denying the bottom right base, while SPX builds turrets inside his opponent main. Guys, SPX is building a base inside Sawyer's main. He is building a tank line in his opponent's main mineral line right now. What the heck is going on? Sawyer should probably stop building SCV from this and lift it, although the Goliaths would probably finish it anyway. Sawyer, I think, is just going to abandon his main base and just rebuild everything at the top left right now. The Rays, though, it looks like have cleared out whatever was left of the front siege line. The Vultures still denying this base, and SPX has got to be low on money. Yeah, he's basically mined out of his main base, and he's kind of like at half minerals at his natural. And here come the Rays, but there are turrets in position, though, so they can't really engage. We're going to deny the spotting barracks right here. And I think Sawyer is still in good position. Yes, this did a lot of damage, but Sawyer, look at it, he's got all his infrastructure at the bottom base as well. Look, he's actually properly defending this base. There's 2 dropships coming in, though. Where are the Rays? The Rays need to come down here to save this. Although, wait, oh no, he didn't drop on top of the siege tanks. He dropped too far away. So now, Sawyer is still going to be able to hold on to this base, and more Rays coming out from the triple starport. He's going to hunt down the dropships. He's going to get the Valkyrie. There's a Valkyrie, but it's not in time. The Valkyrie gets 1 shot. Only 1 Wraith falls. And what an absolutely insane TvT. What a great TvT this series has been. Oh man, for all you people complaining about TvT, this game is actually awesome. 1-0 finished for the Wraiths, by the way. He actually didn't get +2 ground on the tanks. Actually, I don't know. I don't think he has a science facility, so he actually can't get +2 ground. And neither does Chonman, neither does SPX. He's got a command center potential. SPX is actually going to take the island base in between their bases. But the Wraith is actually out of range of the turret. Look at him just pew-pewing down the siege tank. 1 HP at a time. What is actually happening? Oh my god. Alright, well. Alright, what's this? Factories. Okay, factories being rebuilt. Command center being built at the top left. Sawyer has a 25 supply lead right now. It looks like SPX is gonna go take the main. Are they really gonna split the map like this? Like east and west and north and south? Oh my god. Alright, where are the Wraiths? Alright, the Wraiths are chilling. There's only 3 Goliaths here. And with +1 Wraiths, I think he can actually take it. He needs to attack though. He needs to not just take free hits. Oh man, one of them, actually, maybe not. No, it's only 8 Wraiths actually. Those 3 Goliaths are pretty scary. What is he actually? Is SPX really just gonna try and hold this main? I'm a little bit confused by this positioning. But it looks like the Vultures at the bottom right have been cleaned out. So SPX finally able to mine from the bottom right again. So what's the base situation? Top left is fresh. Naturals are pretty low for both players. And Sawyer has the benefit of basically 1 extra base. Sawyer is 1 base up on his opponent, as well as having this big Wraith advantage, although he's got to not walk into turrets and Goliaths. The combo, he doesn't quite have the critical mass of Wraiths to just move in and kill everything. So he's gonna fly back a little bit. You can see, look at SPX is building turrets everywhere. There's just turrets all over the map. Look at this turret line. Dude, this is, look at this line of turrets. This is like the beacons of Gondor or whatever. You know, you just like light them up one at a time, going all the way back to his base. He's drawing a line, look at the mini map. He's drawing a line of turrets from this main to this main. Oh wait, oh the tanks are rolling in though. The tanks of Sawyer are rolling in. Oh my god, there weren't enough tanks here. He's actually just gonna run in and just attack move them down. Tank DPS, by the way, if you're unsieged, tank DPS is actually higher than when you're sieged. The benefit of siege mode, obviously, is the higher range and the splash damage. But straight up 1v1 DPS, unsieged is actually slightly higher than sieged, believe it or not. And oh my god, this bottom right base, it only has turrets defending it. There's 2 tanks trying to roll into position. But I think Sawyer will very easily kill this base. And SPX just has like a few isolated units. He's got so many units here that are just unable to do anything useful. I think he needs to pull these tanks back and actually do something with them. He's not even sieged these tanks at the bottom right base. SPX is going to lose this base, and that's going to mean he's going to have virtually no income right now. And the tanks actually might get baited into range. Is there any vision? One of the tanks gets blown up immediately. The other one also gets blown up immediately. And SPX is going to have no mining soon. He's very, very low on the natural. He's taking the opposite side natural. Right now, Sawyer's base is being entirely rebuilt at the top left. This is a crazy, crazy last TvT. What the heck? Oh! SPX made some wraiths of his own. I don't think that's gonna help, buddy. Wait, SPX made 2 additional starports. SPX has got 3 starports, and he's actually making Wraith Valkyrie. Now, Wraith Valkyrie is good against Mass Wraith. The problem is he doesn't have the resources to support this. Look at this, Sawyer's at 174, SPX is at 110. He can't afford it is the problem. Tech switches are very expensive because also you don't have the upgrades. You need to get the upgrades, you need to get the infrastructure. See, he has no attack upgrade for his race. He's gonna be facing +1. And yeah, and he has a lower starport count overall, right? Because technically there's 4 starports here. And these races are sitting here so the units can't go forward. Wow. Well played by Sawyer. I am very impressed. You know, I love watching these matches where old school players come back and play against, you know, the current top tier players. Like, I wouldn't say SPX is necessarily the top tier of foreigners, but he's a very, very strong Terran player. So the fact that Sawyer can actually win this best of 3 against him is pretty awesome. And well, yeah. I mean, SPX is, yeah, he's a solid A tier foreigner, I would say. And I'm pretty sure he's lost. I don't see any way for him to come back in this game. I mean, even if Sawyer would need to make multiple colossal mistakes in order to lose this game, because this base is not going to get up and running. It's going to get denied. He's going into the main base, though. Wait a minute. SPX has actually found a small opportunity here with a bunch of cloak raids coming in, clearing out some tanks. The thing is, like, why does this even matter? This base is irrelevant now. I mean, Sawyer can just lift all his buildings and leave. It doesn't actually matter. Sawyer rebuild his base. Like, why does SPX need this base? This has no value to him. There's basically no resources left here. So yeah, he's gonna get some free tank kills. Yeah, okay, sure, he's gonna, you know, kill a few add-ons or build. He might, I mean, yeah, okay, fine. If he kills these factories, then you know, whatever. He's got more factories at the top left. And now the wraiths of Sawyer are coming in here. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot the island. Oh my god, I forgot the island. SPX actually took the island. So he's actually not going to be mined out. SPX actually has the island. I completely forgot about the top right base. I even mentioned it earlier. I saw him taking it. But he actually is getting the island. He's going to lose these factories as well, maybe. He's got to be careful, though. Wraith on Wraith. Might get another one before having to run away. Not quite. Interestingly, SPX not mining the gas from this top right yet, because he got a lot of gas banked. And a big bunch of tanks here. But the thing is, Sawyer, I don't think needs to even defend this base anymore, because this base is basically mined out too. Like who cares about his natural? He can just leave. He can just migrate and just go take the resources somewhere else. But it looks like SPX is doing what he can here, trying to be efficient with his units, because that's what he needs to be. But uh-oh, he's gonna get ambushed. There's the cloak. Did he not scan? What? I cannot believe he actually escaped that. The cloak actually saved his life. No scan from Sawyer, despite having like 5 command centers on the map. Wait. No, he does have ComSat. Oh god. Oh wait, no, there's a scan. Alright, that's gonna be the game. There goes the army, and GG from SPX. Sawyer with the 2-1 victory here in this TvT best of 3 series, moves on to the round of 16.